Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another live show for the Swoony Readers. Today we'll be talking about, I don't even have my copy. Today we'll be talking about Be Still My Heart by Emily McIntire and Sapphire Miller. I'll let everyone do introductions and do some initial thoughts, feelings, and ratings. Of course, everyone is linked down below if you're not already following them. And Dana, you want to kick us off?
Sure. Hello, I'm Dana. You can find me on YouTube at Dana Ella, Instagram at Dana Ella Reads. Initial thoughts. I didn't like it. I didn't like it, basically at all. My rating right now, I'm gonna say a 1 star. Now, here's the thing: like a 1, is like what I give, just like I completed it, and it's like I'm trying to see if there's any like redemptive things in there. Like, I don't know, trying to see if there's anything in there that I can push it up. But right now I'm at a 1. I would love to be convinced for it to go higher though, because like it just feels kind of like, to have like a 1 star. But if this wasn't for the book club, I would have DNF'd.
Oh, yeah.
Out of here, basically by chapter 2.
Yeah. Okay. Hi, guys. I'm Karina. Find me at She Dreams and Words on YouTube and Instagram. I think I'm going with a 1.5. I also did not like this. Like, it was very much a struggle. There's a lot of issues that I had with the story, the writing, the details. But there was like one moment that I thought deserved a 0.5, and that's the only reason why I got a 1.5.
And I think that's what I could be convinced. Like, if I think about it more, I think I've tried to block it from my memory already.
Hi, everyone. I'm Kaylani. You can find me on you can find me at Kaylanisimplyme on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitch. I agree with Karina. I'm giving this 1.5. On Goodreads, I'll be marking it as a 1. But in my mind, it'll be a 1.5. There is one point at which I teared up just a little bit. And it was a particular line that made me cry. But other than that, it was something. It was predictable. It was long. It was everything that it didn't need to be, and we will get into that. But yeah, it was not a crowd favorite.
No. And I bet the same like scene is probably the one that all three of us are like, was probably like its best part.
Yeah.
But it was so short, so small. But that was probably its most shining moment, was the conversation. Yeah. No, genuinely.
Yeah. All right, let's run through these comments really quickly, and then we'll get into the questions. Hey, bestie.
Hey, bestie.
Hey, other bestie. Hey, Liz. Hey. Hi, ladies. Here to find out how the book ended and if my guess for the real killer was correct. Guess we'll find out. DNF to 50%. That 0.5 is too much. Well, I think that's just a generous 0.5 because I think we were all so excited.
Yeah. And it's got such a great rating on Goodreads, which, I mean, obviously we all know, like, you can't always trust a rating, right? Like, there might be something with a low rating that you might just connect with and love. But I definitely did not think it was going to be as bad with the rating so high. Like, but
I was hopeful because of the authors. Well, I've read one author. The other, I don't know if I want to read it anymore, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Hey, ladies, hope y'all have a great live show. I hope y'all kind of like the book at least. We didn't. Unfortunately.
I did a few seconds.
Yeah.
Hair ratings.
Hey, Jasmine.
Hello.
Thank you for stopping in, saying hello. I just can't believe it took 2 authors to write this.
True.
It was something. Clint, we didn't like it.
I love that.
I feel like it could have done really well, like as a novella with like so many things taken out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I agree.
That's
This could have been like a fun, spicy, small town, little kind of romantic suspense novella for sure. But this full length, almost 500 plus pages.
It was too long. Yeah.
Is that how long it was?
Yeah, it was like 470 something pages.
Yikes.
They were just trying to do too much
Mm-hmm.
and failed to execute.
In every area. Yeah. All right. Let's jump into these characters. Woo!
Favorite? I'm going to say Alex.
That's my favorite too. He's like, yeah, the only, basically.
Yep. Do we have a least favorite? I mean, it's hard to choose, but do we have a least favorite?
There's just so many.
There's just so many.
Just so
Everyone else? I don't know.
everyone else. And like all jokes aside, like you said, like everyone else, like it just everybody else was just at some point like very unlikable, or like I couldn't connect with anybody.
Yeah.
Everything that everybody did irritated me. Like at some point, like, you know, so it's like it's hard genuinely to be like who was the least favorite, because I think it was just a cast of just like very flat, like they're not layered. There was no depth to any of these characters.
No.
It didn't matter what tragic telenovela like backstory they wanted to give somebody. It
wasn't even tragic. It was so predictable. It was laughable.
Yeah.
It was so laughable. Like it was supposed to be like this big, like, oh my gosh. And I clocked it from like page 2. He was like, those guys. And I was like, okay, so it's her, and we're gonna spend like 400 pages trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Oh, that was frustrating.
It was like,
I think what like irritated me the most about this entire thing is, first and foremost, I don't really care for detective stories. Like I prefer when like it's like the unlikely detective, you know, like a cozy mystery where it's like you shouldn't be able to figure this out, but like you are. But when you throw in a real detective that swears up and down that she's good at her job, and then she get a single thing done,
you can't convince me you're
so sorry.
In law enforcement to begin with. Like, not only that, but what's his name? Homeboy Lincoln he didn't serve a day in the military.
No.
Okay.
The cops were never cops. The military was never military. The detective never detected. Like there was like nothing.
Like this. No. A middle grade mystery novel.
Yeah.
A middle grader could have solved this damn crime.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, and I think the thing that's like so frustrating is you have 2 authors that could have sat down and done the research to make this good.
Yeah.
But it was like they didn't even try to like look up what cops did. They didn't watch a single cop show. Like nothing was good.
Criminal Minds could have did you some good.
Yeah.
Just like one episode.
1.
Yeah.
Can I tell you my first note? My little list of bullet points.
Yes, please.
My first note says, "Is this a shitty rom-com?" Because I feel like
answer yes.
They could have really honed in on that to make it somewhat enjoyable.
Yeah.
But alas, it was not even giving that.
Yeah. Just run through these really quick. I did not read it this month. Went by way too fast, and I'm kind of happy I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't.
Save yourself some time there. Made it home just in time for the shenanigans.
Yes. Welcome.
Hi, Sam. How are you? Same, Jasmine. Yep. You just missed the lull with Jasmine. Not worth the read. Accurate. I don't remember anyone. Everyone in the town were idiots. To the utmost degree.
Yeah.
I swear.
It was laughable. It was.
Yeah.
Maybe these 2 authors shouldn't be writing together. Or alone.
Or at all. Some might say, you know.
Oh man. I am so sorry. Best dissertation on Goodreads. Love budget porn murder. Wow.
Low budget.
Oh, low budget. There we go. I was like, low budget. What should we go with it?
That's giving too much credit.
Oh. Well.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
We got there. Karina got us there.
Surprisingly.
Hello.
Aw,
Thank you so much.
Nice.
Hi, Bryce. I love your picture change there.
Yeah.
Very cute.
Welcome to the roast.
Yeah.
Disagree.
If this is what comes from the two of them, I don't know what one alone will produce. Yeah, accurate statements are being made here. And it's so disappointing because like so much promise, just not enough deliver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's some clear like least favorites other than like the main characters, which actually sucked, but like the preacher, obviously. I didn't even really like the mom, and she was just annoying the hell out of me.
Yeah.
But she was on like obvious dislikes. She was just one that popped into my head. And then the detective guy who was like letting everything slide. The sheriff, not the detective, the sheriff.
How does he have a job? I
don't know.
How does anyone have a job in
It was
law enforcement there?
It was the fact that they didn't even have uniforms that they had to like get after somebody was pew-pewed in the line of duty or whatever. Like, I said, oh, okay. At this point, put jeans on. Like, just put jeans on.
Sort of.
Order some t-shirts and like, let's keep it pushing.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can we even do that?
Oh wait, I already got that one. Sorry. You guys seemed bad. Yeah. We're not on a good roll right now.
You know what? I blame Goodreads because Goodreads, they're bamboozling us.
Yeah.
I think these books are good.
Yeah.
As I say, the due diligence is done behind the scenes, but like we're also, haven't read the books either. So it's like we're all at the mercy of what we look up. But I will say, I think it's just like when they hit, like they hit. Like it's like, and then we have ones that just dud, but they make for more fun discussions. But
Very true.
we can get y'all with all the bops if we just do if the three of us do rereads, and only bring like those to the table. But where,
Yeah, there is a book that we can recommend at the end. That's way better.
Gives this vibe, but good.
Yeah.
The brother-in-law, who I think is the real killer, was a piece of shit. The nerve to hide when he's not taking care of his kid. Yeah. He was god-awful.
Yeah.
God-awful.
Genuinely.
Yeah. All right. Do we have any favorite moments at all?
No. But, no. We talk about like the moment that I thought deserved a 0.5.
Yeah.
Karina, you have the same feelings on it, right?
Say that again.
I think it's the same scene that you also liked the best.
Yeah, it's like it's hard to say. It's not like a likable moment, but I think it was the most like real or like emotional moment. I think maybe, but not like a fun moment or likable by any means.
Yeah, it was when Sloan, Morgan, whatever the hell you want to call her. She was talking to her like adopted dad, and he was kind of explaining the reason why she was adopted or whatever and not given to the authorities. Obviously the circumstances weren't taken to the authorities. And he was basically explaining that her mom or adopted mom, suffered from miscarriages and things like that. And he was just so desperate to give her what she's been wanting her whole life. So like, I feel like I can understand like that aspect. Like, obviously it's not right.
Yeah.
But being able to kind of relate to what the mom has gone through, like I can see why they allowed that innocent. That makes sense. But that's the only moment I'm going to remember from this book.
Yeah, I think there was like that one particular line in that scene where he said something about like giving them names to go along with their wings, and that part made me cry. Like that made me tear up a little bit. But hearing the explanation, I mean, it was sad because he was just trying to be a good husband and was so desperate to make her happy, and that was like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it was beautiful to watch because they went about it in the wrong way, but like Karina was saying, like I can see some of the logic behind it, but that one particular line was the only reason I gave it a 0.5.
Yeah. It was like, obviously, like there's a lot of like dark themes like in this book, right? Like we're talking about like the serial killer and a lot of like past like traumas, like all these things like in this book. But that was the one part in the book where I felt even like an emotional pull towards any of the characters and like the story. Just like having it kind of like brought out with like, you know, pictures and names, and just like it's the part that felt the most real, I think, in the book. But other than that, like Karina said, that might be the only thing I remember like from the book going forward.
I think there's also one other thing that not made me emotional, but I kind of liked the way that they wrote it, was when she was talking to that guy from the lighthouse, and he was like, I just want to get to know who you are now and not who I think that you should be. That was nice, but like it wasn't enough to be like 2 stars, you know?
Right. Oh, it's just crazy how like long the book was, and like there was nothing that stood out.
Yeah.
Because like the spice was cringy. I did not like anything about it. The relationship itself, disgusting.
That first kiss, I told Karina that first kiss made me think of The Fine Print.
No.
And I just
threw up a little bit.
Yeah. It's like the spice just wasn't working. Yeah, like no.
Oh yeah. Big sigh. Yeah, this was a big sigh. Many. And you missed half of them.
Yeah.
There were many more.
For real.
And it's like, when we're talking about that kiss came out of nowhere. Like, there was no lead up, there was no build up, there was no nothing.
Yeah.
It was like, let me kiss you. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
Sir. Yeah. You don't even know my name.
Sam, we didn't read far enough to get to the little bit of good. Yeah. It wasn't worth it. You're telling me, killer. I can't even read it with a straight face.
I looked up how many times killer was used, and it's the number is 60, 60. And that was far too many.
That was 60 too many.
Yeah. The first time you said it, I had full body cringe. Like,
oh no.
Yeah.
His mom saying it's been some time since he's been laid.
It was weird. It was weird.
All of it.
Yeah.
All of it. Fire Sloan. Stop fucking the suspects and distracting yourself from the case because of
literally, because if she focused on her job instead of this freaking fake ex-Navy SEAL, okay, maybe she could have solved it.
Imposter.
You know, well, I don't know if you guys know about this, but like there's like this thing called Stolen Valor where people pose like pretend like services. That's him.
Yeah. No, for real. That though, like Liz's comment about firing Sloan, that might have been actually the best part of the book when she was like, I'm resigning, and he's like, great, because I was about to have to let you go. I was like,
why? Wasn't that bad?
Part.
He's like, you were messing around with one of the lead suspects.
And he said, it was after I cleared him.
He's cleared already.
Okay.
Can I say, I'm so sorry that I'm blanking out. Is there a question for our least favorite moments, or is this just
no?
Okay, I'm just gonna bring this up then during this. I don't understand, other than just for trope you know, and just like throwing in anything that they could.
Mhm.
What was the purpose of being like, she was held by a serial killer? It wasn't this serial killer.
She was what?
She was held by a serial killer, like
Oh,
38 hours, and like how this was gonna be like I don't even understand what the point of putting such a huge thing. That's not like run of the mill. Like it wasn't like
Yeah.
you broke your arm. Like a serial killer had you locked up for 38 hours. Okay. And how that just was literally nothing. Like nothing.
Yeah.
What was the point?
To talk about her eyes.
Like
That was it, and that was all.
yeah.
To draw
is
attention to her
that,
eyes.
did you look it up? That's how you knew about my eyes? Like, girl, shut up. Shut up.
It was so bad.
Like, I just
Mm.
I didn't
Yeah.
even get the
Proud.
point of like putting that in there. Like it did nothing to her story. If anything, it honestly made me dislike her more. That like you understand the severity of like what somebody's capable of, and you're too busy kissing the lobster man who's really mean to you, and what, like honestly, for what? And then to be like, you're distracting me. We've got rules. Respect them. Well, respect your badge, babe. Like, do something about that.
Respect these tax dollars. Okay.
Yeah, that probably also paid for your therapy. That clearly didn't help. So it was a useless plot point that left like a huge hole. I don't know if their intention was to make this a series and bring that back around, but I won't be on that journey.
No, I think it's going to be a series at some point, because did you see the little meet cute at the end between
I did.
the single mom and the cop? And I was like, leave me out of this one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want
No,
any.
it was between Alex and his sister.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hated it.
But I won't be there for that journey. But it just was. It was like cheap writing, and the fact that they just like okayed it with each other is actually wild. But,
Yeah. It could have really thrived on Wattpad, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
Thrived.
It could have hit over there.
Stay there.
Sam
Yeah.
said she prepped you, girl. She told
It
you.
was never enough.
Hi, friends. Didn't get a chance to pick this one up, but hanging out for the roast. Well, welcome.
I just be.
Josephine, all for the best that you did pick it up.
Nah.
She also said the P word and piston a lot. Yeah.
Piston was used.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time he called her killer, I wanted to throw my phone.
Imagine if you made that like into a drinking game, you'd probably be in the hospital.
Yeah.
You're done.
Put the pen down and close the laptop. We don't want another book.
Oh, we don't.
No, we don't. I've read award-winning quality on Wattpad, especially compared to this.
Well,
Oh.
sorry to disrespect the Wattpad community.
Yeah.
Karina said, my bad. My bad.
We talked about this. This book was cool. Could you feel it, or did it just feel like a bunch of bad thrown in with bad?
I couldn't tell the difference. It
No.
was just terrible.
Terrible all
Like,
around.
yeah.
I wonder if they. I'm sorry.
No, go.
I would say I wonder if like they each wrote one POV, like if one person did Sloan and one person did Lincoln.
Mm-hmm. I'm always interested in how that works. Like,
Yeah. But if that is the case, like, how are you both equally as bad at writing two characters?
Awful.
okay, here's my thing, is that I know they're like besties, okay? And they are, like, Emily like posted about, going and buying her bestie's book, and I just feel like they unfortunately seem like they fell into the just yesing everything that, like, just no, girl, that's perfection. It's not. But like, and it's unfortunate because I did read Hooked by Emily McIntire and I enjoyed it. If I read it again, would I have gave it the rating that I gave it on Goodreads? Probably not. Like, I can sit here and think of like things that were wrong with that book, but I think I just enjoyed like the reimagining of Peter Pan, the vibe of that. But it's like, I feel like that writing, at least on its own, was better at least than this joint thing. Although, I mean, I didn't read it thinking like, wow, there's two different voices here. It just all felt bad.
Yeah.
Like every character just felt terrible. Like whether they were in charge of certain characters or certain chapters, it all blended terribly together.
Yeah. And I just want to say, I wasn't laughing because they're friends. I was laughing because I knew that's what you were going to say. And it's just so funny because I feel like that's absolutely how I felt about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I also think that even when they were both self-published, because I think that Savard Miller is getting picked up as well, but they both had editors, because I was following Emily and Sav before their what is it, traditional publishing. But was their editor also a yes person? Because somebody had to look through this and think, help, send help.
I'm going to say yes.
Hold on, I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure out where we were. I mean, they did have one voice, although a bad voice. That was something. Yeah. I read Hooked and did not enjoy it, which is why I skipped this one.
Yeah.
Aptly said. Smart. Very smart. Yeah. Okay. I think we already talked about this, so I don't know if we even need to talk about it, but the length, take anything out or put anything in.
All of it.
I think you guys hit the nail on the head with saying like it probably could have thrived better for us, at least. I mean, Goodreads is saying it's a 4-star, so that's between Goodreads and the people that Emily and Sav paid to rate it. But like, I think for us, it could have just done better with like a novella length, because we're like less critical, I think, of like a novella, because it's not intended to be like the most full, like thought out like plot and whatnot, but like you get away with more of, I think, like that insta love like type of thing. And this just had too many things in it, like childhood amnesia, child gone missing, searching for your best friend, trying to track down a serial killer after you were already held by another serial killer, like cover-ups going on in this. They're too much.
Sexual assault, like
in
a religious aspect, which again, nobody needed that.
Yeah.
It was a hot mess express. Liz said it shouldn't have been created.
I agree.
And just too long. Didn't realize she also wrote Hooked. I DNF'd that one, actually. Well,
yeah, unfortunately.
I'm sensing a theme. All right, let's talk about the twists. As well as the culprit of the murders. What did we think? Was it twisty enough?
What the twist of like her being the missing
lighthouse?
So
you didn't guess that, did you?
Actually, did I don't even know at this point. I was just trying to get through it, to be honest. But it wasn't shocking. Like I was just like, okay, add it to the list,
Yeah. I as far as Gabe, I think I told Karina like very, very early in the book. Like I think I was only on like chapter 2 or 3 or something. I don't know. Maybe it's chapter 7. I can't remember. It was very early in the book though. And I was like, I don't know. I was like, Alex is really sus. And there we go. I mean, Gabe is really sus. And I was like, I feel like they just like put a neon sign like to it and brought so much attention to the fact that he was there by himself when everybody, like each body was there, or he was missing and he's being shifty. Like it's like they wanted you to know, like at the beginning. Like,
they did not bury the lead on this one. Like it was front and center the whole time, and it was so funny. Liz guessed it too, and it's just like you didn't even finish the book. Like and it's like it was, I think everything was so predictable. The fact that she was Morgan from his childhood was overly predictable in ways that was so annoying. It was glaringly obvious, and she was like, I don't believe you. And it's like, babe, like you're getting flashbacks and your dream of black roses, and he told you all of this already, and she's like, I don't believe you. That was annoying.
You're a detective?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And then Gabe was just depressing that all of these people, literally every single person, was just like, I don't know who it is.
Yeah.
Who can it be?
Even his wife, like she knew, she's like, it was him, wasn't it? At the end, it's like, okay, so there you go. Or I mean, yeah. But...
She said, I mean, yeah. Also, like, I thought it was so weird too. Just, I know that Gabe and Lincoln were best friends, but just the way that he talked about his wife, like Lincoln's sister, I just like, that was just like so icky. Cause I'm like I understand like a comfortability or something with your friend, but like, it wasn't like, it didn't come across as like jokey. Like it was like, yeah, your sister's easy. Like,
I know, that was crazy.
Why didn't Lincoln punch him in the face like at least a few times? Like that's crazy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right, goes back to what Karina said. That man never served a day in his life. Because I just don't. Especially.
I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead.
I just want to say the whole freaking the way he was so shocked about her first name being Morgan. You know, that was like a big revelation to him. It's like if you serve in the military, you know that you're primarily known by your last name. Mm-hmm. So try again. You know. That was.
He served by his tour of Call of Duty. It was not real life.
Like, I was playing that game for so long. I know it.
And then like the way that it wasn't just like he served, okay? It was that he was elite, Navy SEAL. I go in and I get info. Do you? Because they lied to you. Yeah. Like the info you got was not correct. Just saying. Because it just nothing. Everything that it's like she wanted us to believe. Look, it really sounded like one singular voice. They wanted us to believe so bad that he was just such a decorated war hero and she was just this top-notch detective. But the war hero and the detective were not in the room with us. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see. I mean, he was always around or in the boat when killing happened. Yep. And then, like, he's the one that cleaned it because he was staying there that whole time. He was the one that cleaned it.
Yeah.
Jesus. Seems like a conflict that his brother-in-law would be there to discover the body, and then the one assigned to take the pictures.
Yeah.
And then when he gave you your lockbox back.
Here's the thing, though. He wasn't even assigned to take the pictures. It's like he took that upon himself, and the terrible sheriff that, like you guys said, like, how is he employed, was just like, oh, perfect. You got the pictures?
Right. What's the protocol?
Yeah.
Freaking got the instruction manual out, please.
Well, the instruction manual wasn't in their suit, in their uniforms they rent, so. You
have to go on there freaking Dell.
About the Dell.
While Lincoln was trying to get it on with Sloan. Yeah.
For real.
Like every chance he looked
got.
at her.
Yeah. This book seems like it came from the lady who killed her husband and was a romantic father.
Oh my gosh.
Is that real? Is that real?
It's probably better. He has first-hand experience.
I have to go, but I hope you guys have fun tearing this book down. Oh, we will. Thank you for stopping by, though.
Nice.
Thank you so much. I'm glad you stopped by to say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the Call of Duty tour. That's exactly what it was.
Genuinely.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's wrap this baby up. Did you swoon?
I think I sneezed, but I swooned. The swoons.
Oh my god.
I don't know why, but I just was not expecting that. That really caught me off guard.
Oh.
Safe to say I did not swoon. I threw up. Yeah. I just like, it just, yeah. It was just, yeah, it was what it was.
Yeah.
And I hope to never experience it. But I will say, like, as much as like if I was reading this on my own, DNF, there's something so fun though about like reading it to be able to talk trash about it at book club, like, so I do get enjoyment from that. So I do appreciate that. But if this was like a singular journey, I wouldn't have gotten far enough in. It genuinely would have been the start of chapter 2 and I would have been out.
Yep. It's funny to think like when you read book club books, it's like when you know it's bad, but you also can't DNF it.
Yeah.
Then it just becomes like a hate read. You're like, yeah, I'll just get this really quick. Let me speed it up,
Yeah. Since chapter 2 on.
Yeah.
We're like, all right.
Chapter 1 was shaky, but chapter 2, I was done.
Yeah. Like, we know what this is. Who it's going to be.
I see what's happening here.
Yeah.
Not Dwayne.
Come on now.
If you listen to the podcast, you'll understand the research done.
Ooh.
This conversation has been enjoyable for someone who did not read it. Well, I'm glad you got some lulls out of it.
We're doing the Lord's work, reading it so you guys don't have to.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
The podcast is called Happily Never After, Dan and Nancy.
I'm going to write that down.
All right. Have your ratings changed or stayed the same?
I don't even know if I want to give it the 0.5 anymore.
I know. I think that after this discussion, that it wasn't enough to give it a 0.5 star rating.
I'm going to stay with my 1.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. I'm going to go with the 1 star. A flat, even. 1.
Let's just a collective 1.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yay!
Just what we wanted.
Oh,
Stunning.
Well,
I think if we all give it like a 0.33 on Goodreads, it could be a collective 1 as a group.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I will go on there and read the 5-star ratings just to see what people were going through in life. Because they had to be going through something to like this. And like, I will read the 1-star ratings to see my comrades in arms. Like, I see you, sis. But I will say, yeah, I am going to definitely filter the 1 stars and be like, you're so right.
Exactly.
But I did read, I don't know if you guys saw on the ratings, I read Larry's rating, and I was just like, girl.
Tell me she loved it.
4.25, right? Or something? 4 point something.
4 point something, yeah. But she also like Roman Empire's love letter, so I'll
That's true. That's true.
She's somebody that's enjoyable to watch, but I could never trust her rating,
True.
Yeah.
Not when she's rating this 4.25.
A lot of questionable.
Lot.
No rating, no change. Perfect. Don't read the 5-star ratings. Larry failed us.
Big facts.
Yeah.
Well, that was 39 minutes of slander, and I loved it.
Honestly, same.
The jokes are those 5-star ratings. Do a video reading 5-star ratings, some books you DNF'd after gave 1 star. That would be.
Actually, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that does. That does.
Agreed. Dana, enjoy watching Larry, but can't trust her taste. Yeah, some of the things that she's like 5 stars. I'm like, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, does she ever rate anything less than a 4? Honestly, no.
Every once in a while, I'll see her DNF something, but I feel like it's pretty rare.
Yeah. I feel like it's got to be tough, being like a super influencer like that. Just
Mhm.
you don't want to like hurt people's feelings or anything.
Yeah, especially because like I mean, obviously all of us like watch booktube and stuff, and so we see
Yeah.
like bigger creators, but I feel like there's probably even more pressure for her because like
Yeah.
she's like friends with these people and like
Yeah.
and even if she's not friends with every author she picks up, like she's friends with somebody who probably
Is
Yeah.
friends with them.
is it like friendly adjacent or something, so where it kind of gets like probably I would imagine difficult for her to like critique something very publicly for somebody that like your friend feels like, because like authors kind of stick up for each other, just to be like, because they obviously they understand like the work that goes in. But yeah, so it's like Larry is just like, for me at this point, like she's such a fun vibe, but I don't know what the heck those ratings are,
Yeah.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk about it if she doesn't rate it high.
That
Understandable.
yeah. You know who else does that? It's not reading, but have you guys ever seen Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives, like that little with Guy Fieri? Like he talks. I saw like an interview recently where he was saying like he doesn't ever like showcase any of the restaurants that like aren't good. And he just says like, he's like, I'm a positive person. He was like, I'm not going to tell you like, oh, this place is terrible. He's like, I'm just going to show you the ones that I like or ones that seem to be doing really good. He's like, I don't need to do more to help somebody's business crumble when it probably already like is. So it's like he also like, only showcases the things that he enjoys. But
yeah, I feel like that is like a really tough line to walk. And I know like I've seen a lot of people that were originally booktubers that transitioned into writing, and like they did the same thing. Like they stopped talking about books that they didn't love because I don't know who said it, but like authors are supporting authors, and I think that's great. I think that's fantastic. Only talk about books you love, but the ones that she is talking about aren't.
Yeah. Then I'm like,
if you're only talking about books you love and that one's in the list,
that's where my questions come in. Because if she was only talking about books she loves, then I was like, yeah, sis, you're on it. But it's ones that I'm like, why?
Yeah. I think she mentioned she doesn't want to be too negative, but I love the negativity. Same.
Well, we're glad you're here, Liz.
Yeah. your monthly dose of negativity.
Yeah, I couldn't do it, especially at that level. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it is a lot of pressure. Like, and in today's like space on the internet, people will cancel you for anything.
My God, yeah.
So like, I understand like being careful and only talking about books you like, because you say one wrong thing, you're gone. So let me actually. Does anyone have the next book with them? Because I can go grab mine.
I don't.
I don't own it. No.
I gotta get it, but I don't.
Oh goodness.
All right, friends. We're hoping next month, if all else fails, at least it'll be cutesy and fall, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the hope and the prayer. So next month we're reading "Falling in Love" by Erin Branscombe. It's a what the heck are the tropes, you guys? I'm like totally blanking.
Small town
romance author, former Marine. Let's hope that this one does it better.
Oh God.
Oh geez.
I'm expecting a level of cheese in this, so it's like, I think everybody, if you do pick it up, like pick it up with the understanding that like it comes across to me like very like
Hallmarky.
It's a very seasonal, like 'tis the season type of thing, and not like some hard-hitting, very layered, like story, but more just like the vibes, the fall, cozy
rom-com.
Yes.
Yeah. I think this one is even closed door, if I'm not mistaken.
It might be.
Possibly.
Okay.
So that'll be interesting for one of our reads. I love this comment here that this cover gives her PTSD.
Yeah.
It is pulling a little orange. I get what you're saying.
A little orange.
A little orange.
As
A little orange. But Triple Duty Bodyguards is in the past, okay? Let's see.
Oh, goodness.
The cover is very cutie. Very, very cutie.
Yeah.
But speaking of the cover and the book, do we want to do the spinner wheel?
Yeah.
I hope it's at least cozy and cutie. That's my hope and my prayer.
Yeah.
I'd rather have closed door than cringy sex scenes.
Oh, 100%.
Truer words have never been spoken, bestie.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, let's do this little spinning wheel. Who's our lucky winner? Okay. Let me turn my brightness down. But it is Liz.
I literally can't see over this freaking thing.
It was Liz.
Liz!
Yeah.
Get dinner.
No more pissing.
Yeah, she said absolutely no more of that.
She said we've had enough.
She said, let's cancel the pistoning.
She said cancel the word.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Liz. Let us know if you want the Kindle, the audiobook, or the physical. And then we'll send it your way.
Yeah.
Thank you as always for commenting and hanging out with us and being so great. We love everyone that's able to join us. So thank you guys so much for making the time to bash a book with us.
Yeah.
Love these roast sessions.
Yes. Hopefully next month it will not be a roast.
Right.
That's the hope and the prayer.
Hoping for the best.
And Karina's channel?
It should be Dana.
Dana's channel. Okay. So next month we'll be on Dana's channel for Falling in Love, which is very exciting.
Yeah.
Hopefully we swoon. Yes.
Yes. Hopefully. Fingers are
Please.
We need to break the curse. Although we did like Until I Get You. The rest of the chat didn't like that one, but we liked that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully this was an all around.
All around the love.
Yeah. Crowd fave.
Always next month will be a turkey feast.
Good vibes, you know?
Yeah.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about or share before we bring this to a close?
I think so. I think we've said enough.
We've said Thank you guys all again so much for joining us. We are excited to see you guys for next month. If you guys are watching this on a playback and you're not following the besties, they are of course linked down below, as well as our Instagram, so you can check out any updates on dates, times, live shows, all of that fun stuff. And then until next time, we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah.
Bye guys. Thank you so much.